Hey guys, welcome back and Merry Christmas. So here we are, Melanie and I. We're just going to do a quick little recap. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do a great close up, but we tried our best. Here we are doing a setup for a pop up slash toy drive in Los Angeles at a park. And Melanie and I were freezing our butts off this day, you guys. We intended on being at the park an hour earlier than we arrived, but it was just way too cold. And as you guys know, I've been battling a little cold that it's just lingering, you guys. I have had the most horrific phlegms and sore throat that continues. It's been about going 3 weeks, I want to say. So here I am, you guys, just tying nozzle to nozzle. As you can see in the beginning, I brought stands. So the reason is because I wasn't sure how exactly the wind was going to be this day. I wasn't sure if just placing clips like I usually do was going to work. And I just didn't want to deal with that, you guys. So if you have some heavy duty stands like I do, go ahead and use them on those extra windy days. So I had these heavy duty stands made by a local welder in my area. If you're in the LA area and you want to know who I use, go ahead, send me a message, and I'll let you know who they were. These specific stands are great, you guys. Like I said, they're heavy duty. They're about 30 pounds. And they're great. They're not going anywhere. And what I like about these weights is that you can lift the pole right out of the plate in the bottom. It doesn't have a screw on, but the pole is so heavy that it's not going anywhere. So they're perfect, you guys. They're absolutely amazing. And my welder is just great. He can basically build you anything you have in mind. So here I am tying knot to knot. You guys know that that's the way we prefer, nozzle to nozzle. And if you haven't already seen any of my other videos, you guys should go check them out. I show you a little bit more on how it is that I tie my balloons and a little bit more about the method that we use. So here we are using Qualatex White, Qualatex Red, and Tuftex Evergreen. So these colors worked perfect. I was a little concerned on the colors at first, thinking they were a little bit more of a Cinco de Mayo theme, but you can't see it from this far. But what I did is I used clear snowflake balloons and I double stuffed them. So we have about 3 or 4 sets of double stuffed balloons with the snowflakes. And that really, really made it pop, you guys. It really did. That worked perfect. Um, so you'll see me here that I'm just going to continue to tie nozzle to nozzle, and I am tying on to my pole because it's just, perfectly sturdy. It's way sturdier than using clips. Um, if you've seen any of my other videos or shorts, you'll know that I like using my clips indoors for most of my events, even outdoors. But like I said, it's been way too windy, and I just, you know, I didn't want anything to go wrong. And I also wasn't sure if, my client might want to move it. I don't usually let my clients move any of my backdrops at all, but I mean, it has happened, you guys, and you know, I suggest everyone to have that in their contract. Do not move it, or that is going to be something that they're going to have to pay out of their pocket if any of your equipment backdrops are broken. just the way it is, you guys. These backdrops are not cheap. You guys know that. We're just adding more volume, adding more colors, nozzle to nozzle. So on the open arc, I believe I did use about 2 clips just for the sides because I felt like it wasn't as sturdy. Honestly, the stand just would have worked fine, but we wanted to add those extra clips. So I don't know if you can see from here those double stuffs. By the way, you guys, we are standing on mud and the grass was so wet. I was wearing Nike cloth shoes and my feet were so wet, you guys. I regretted it. I regretted wearing those shoes that morning. I remember even telling my client's boyfriend because he was wearing boots. I was telling him, how dare he not call me and give me the memo that I should have wore boots. My feet were freezing. And like I told you guys, I was battling a cold. So that was just, it was not it. You guys, Melanie is not a morning person, and you'll see that she's just walking around and she's just like not having it. Another tip, you guys. So, I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this. So, when I add my decals in the cold weather, I've noticed that, decals will not stick to your cold backdrop at all. So I highly recommend you put the decal on a few days before. So you'll see here that Melanie and I are just adding more volume, more 5 inchers. Okay, you guys, so at this point, my client was like, hey, is it too much to ask for to move the complete setup over there behind by those big trees? And I'm like, no, you know, we're able to do it and it's no biggie, I'd rather move it while we're there versus us not being there and they try to move it and they break something. I never let my clients move anything, honestly. So that would have been a big no for me. So I'm glad we were able to move it and she decided on us moving it while we were there. And here you'll see my client's husband and his friend being perfect gentlemen and helping us. We're just going back and forth here, taking my cylinder blocks. Like I told you guys, I put weight on these. I was not sure how much wind there was going to be, and I never want to risk it, you guys. I'll tell you one thing, just don't ever risk it, Have those extra sandbags, have those extra cylinder blocks, just be prepared. It's happened to me before where a flower wall has fell because I did not add enough weight, and lesson learned, here I am. Just be prepared, take extra weight. If you don't use it, you can always take it back, but it's just better. Better that way. So here we are, just moving things, moving walls, moving balloons, taking off weight. Wow, I can't I can't believe I just witnessed Melanie walk back without taking anything. That's too funny. So, like I said, this was a pop-up and there is vendors setting up in front of us already. Um, so we're almost close to being finished. I did, if you can see in the front, you'll see that I had a few extra balloons, so I built a tiny little garland for my client. Um, Initially, I wanted to put balloons on the whole top, but as I was building, I decided not to. Like I said, things change. Um, my version in my mind slash mock-up was initially with balloons on the whole top of the balloon of the woods, my backdrops, but like I said, things change. Sometimes, while you're there, you'll see that things that you wanted at a certain place just isn't working, and it's normal. That's fine. Uh, Here we are trying to rush, get everything back over there. So I'm working on a few other videos as well, you guys, and I hope to get those up this coming week. I'm hoping to get two up, a few more details and a few more close-ups. Um, and I hope you guys like those. And here we are. You guys, it was freezing that morning. I'm glad that my client has been helped because Mel and I would have been struggling. I mean, we would have got it done. We get it done no matter what. But that extra help always comes through. And I am thankful for that. So here I am just readjusting my stands and adjusting the walls, moving everything around a bit, going back and forth. You guys don't forget to check how your setup is looking from in front. So we have this cute little acrylic made so that our clients so it's like a QR code. Um and we were hoping to get more clients adding us, more business, new approach. We're just about done here. We still have foils to add. You guys will see that throughout the video. My daughter is just up and down, going back and forth to the car, making sure we did not have the pump and we were just losing our minds. Because I was 100% sure that our pump was in the van and I had her going back and forth. And when I finally had the chance to go see, I did not bring it. And that was my fault. And like I said, things happen. But we made it work. I'm going to try to speed it up a bit more. And so by this time, Melanie and I are adding foils. And like I said, we had forgotten our balloon pump. Majority of these foils were missing air, but we did find a straw in our bag, so that worked. And we're just trying to get them on. Ta ta da. Here we are, Russian, getting them on. It was so cold that even the double-sided tape we use glue was just not having it, you guys. It was not having it, but we made it work. You guys, one thing was that we made sure not to overfill our foils because it was still going to be sunny. So that was something to keep in mind. Don't overfill your foils when it's going to be sunny or else they will pop. And here we are, you guys. We're just about done adding the last couple quads, and I add a few more foils, and here is the final result. My clients loved They loved it. It was just perfect. I even got a little video of Santa Claus. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe.